You're listening to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon, presented by 92.9 Tom FM, an iHeart radio station.
Hello and welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon. I am Kyle McMahon, and it is episode, I think, 28.
Oh, wow.
I think it's 28. I should know this, but that's pretty crazy. Anyway, we have a whole bunch of awesome stuff to talk about. Our feature presentation is all about scary stories to tell in the dark. I have Natalie Gunzman. I'm interviewing her. She, of course, plays Ruth in Scary Stories. And Kid Quill, I'm talking to him about his 2 new songs that he just dropped this week. Amber, welcome, my very special guest.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Okay, well, let's just dig right into it. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. What? What's out? So, what is out this week? Does nothing come out this week? What's happening?
Labor Day weekend. I don't know if there's
maybe that's why I'm not seeing anything.
I know there's a bunch of stuff coming out the following weekend.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Nothing big is coming out. There's nothing even really small is coming out this week because it's going to be Labor Day weekend. So, cool segment. Oh, boy. All right. Let's get into what we consumed. What we consumed this week. Okay. So, I consumed so much. I've got to say, we have not done this part of the show all summer because we've had so many interviews.
Yeah.
That it's been all interview episodes all summer. So I feel like I'm a virgin to this again. All right. So what I consumed, I saw Ready or Not. Did you see that?
I haven't. No.
It is so good. It's like a horror comedy, and it's all about like this girl who marries into this family that's like a game empire. Like they own a game empire. It's really, really cool. I loved it. It is so funny, believe it or not. And it's like in the vein of like Evil Dead.
Oh, okay.
Like the original.
Mm-hmm.
So I really, really, really loved it. Or You're Next.
Oh,
more
yeah.
recently.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I did see that one.
Yeah, I loved it. So I loved Ready or Not. I also saw Good Boys, which is with the like kids that are cursing.
See, I think I remember hearing the name of that one, but I haven't even seen a trailer or anything. Like Ready or Not, I'm familiar with that one, but
It's okay. So it's produced by Seth Rogen.
oh, well then
Yeah.
I need to see it.
Yeah, it's funny. I just wanted more kids cursing. More. I wanted more cursing kids more.
Yeah. I know, I totally get it. It's the best when you hear like an 8-year-old swear.
Yeah. Like, what was that movie, Sausage Party?
I loved that
Me
movie.
too. So, like, watching, like, hot dogs, like, curse insanely, like, vulgarly.
And all the innuendo
was awesome. I wanted more of that from Good Boys, but it was a great movie. Oh, and then I saw Toy Story 4.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Loved it.
Yes, we loved it.
Yeah, it was such a good movie.
I cried.
Yeah, it was so good. I mean, Pixar has never made a bad movie.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Well, I don't know. Was Cars 2?
Ooh. I had actually forgotten that existed. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I think that's the only flop.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion.
Rest in peace, Cars 2. What did you consume this week?
So I know that I'm super behind the times on this one, but because it's been out forever on Netflix, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch series that they put out. I've had it on my watch list forever, and I just never got around to it. And so I actually sat and watched. I think I watched the first like 7 episodes on Saturday night. And I'm addicted.
Yeah,
I love
so
it.
Good.
I love it. Kiernan Shipka, I think is. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but she's just amazing.
She really is.
She really is.
So that's based on a Archie comic so they did like a whole bunch of like horror Archie comics.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and that one, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, is based on The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina comic. So, and it was all been in the last 5 years. They started with Afterlife with Archie, which is like a zombie version of the Archie comics.
Well, I had no idea.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
it's awesome. And then they did Sabrina, and then they do Jughead, like the werewolf or something. It's I forget what it's called, but it's like basically Jughead is like ends up becoming a werewolf. It's like awesome.
That's so crazy. Yeah, I know of the Archie comics, but I had no idea that they had like a horror series.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, it's so awesome, and the show is so good. I'm actually on episode 7 too, as well.
Oh, okay.
On season 1, so we're like in the same spot. Yeah, it's such a good show.
It's
what
great.
else?
I've been really into the new Ed Sheeran album.
Yes, he's so awesome.
I mean, he has literally never put out a bad tune. Ever.
He's so awesome. I love him.
Oh God, he's so great. He's like number 1 on my to see list, like as a live performance. One of these days. Oh, I did go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
What did you think?
Oh, okay. So I am a huge, huge, huge true crime fan. Like it's horrible. Like it makes me sound like I'm not a serial killer, I promise. It's very fascinating to me. And so when I heard that Quentin Tarantino was doing a film and it was going to be based around like Manson murders and all that kind of stuff, I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah, I can get behind this. And then I'm sitting there watching it, and the way he weaves all of these different people and crossing their paths, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it's not a Tarantino film if it doesn't have something that completely throws you into a tailspin. And at first, I was a little irritated with the way things are happening. But then I was like, I'm getting exactly what I wanted, was a Tarantino film.
Yeah.
And so I really loved it. I really, really did. And I mean, the acting in that film, like Leonardo DiCaprio, we all know he was overlooked forever by the Academy, and finally, what was it that was it The Revenant? Revenant. So yeah, he had to get eaten by a bear to even get his Golden Globe or Oscar or whatever. But I mean, his acting is so phenomenal in that film.
Yeah. The whole cast in Once Upon a Time is so good. Like, it's just I just love that movie. You really do feel like you're like living in that age in Hollywood.
The 60s. Yeah. It was really, really awesome the way they were able to really kind of immerse you into what was happening then.
Right.
So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, when I went to see it, I was really tired, and I tend to go see movies unless it's like a big event movie, like a Marvel movie or something, like where I'll go with friends, Star Wars, yeah. Then I will normally like just decide randomly at 9:00 at night when I finished up whatever it is I'm doing, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go see a movie, and I don't want to bother like trying to find a friend to go see this movie that I want to see at this time and all. So I'll just go. And I did that, and the showing was at like 10:45 or something. And once I got there, I was like, why did I do this? I'm so tired. It's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Like literally 5 minutes into it, I was like, oh, I'm staying up for the next 3 hours. Like,
yeah,
it just, the time passed so quickly with that
movie. It really
movie.
did. Yeah. It did not feel like I was sitting for 3 hours to see it.
Yeah. I love that movie. Okay. Anything else?
I don't really think so.
Okay. Let's get into hot clips. Hot clips. Sorry. I'm still testing out my voice. So hot clips. Oh my God, the Spider-Man debacle.
So I'm not 100%.
Okay.
So I know like a little bit of it, but people were talking about like how Spider-Man's no longer like a part of like the Avengers and all of that kind of stuff, and so I'm desperate to hear.
Okay, I got
the news.
All right. So Marvel, the company, back in like the 90s was almost bankrupt. So they started leasing out their characters to movie studios to make movies so they could get money. So they leased Spider-Man out to Sony, for money. And, they leased the X-Men and Fantastic Four to Fox. And, so none of them, they ended up with none of their major characters when they ended up starting to make their own movies, which is why they had like Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man was the first one that they did.
Yeah. So it was like their B team at that point. All right. So then Disney bought Marvel Studios, who ended up never making a flop. Everyone was like a giant hit. And Sony was making not the best Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, let's not talk about those first three.
Or even the second two with
Andrew Garfield wasn't terrible.
He wasn't terrible.
He was 100% better than Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, but the movies themselves were just like meh. And they like rebooted it like
it was really
8
quick.
years after
like
the first one came out. It was like
really
so
quick.
weird. So, and then Marvel was having all this success with this interconnected universe and blah, 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 which we know as the MCU. And Sony and Marvel kind of came together, and the way it was set up was that Marvel, Kevin Feige, who's like the brainchild of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he would produce a new Spider-Man series of films, and Sony would distribute them rather than Disney.
And is that when we started with Tom Holland?
Yes.
Okay.
Then also, as part of the deal, Disney would get the merchandising and only 5% of the first day of the box office. So 5% of day one. That's all they would make from the movie itself. But in return, Marvel could use Sony in some of the MCU movies like Avengers and Captain America, Civil War, and all that. So it ended up being a huge win for fans because we got Marvel Studios doing Spider-Man, even though it's a Sony movie. Then the first one, Homecoming, was a huge hit.
Yeah.
And then the next one, which was the most recent, Far From Home, was a ginormous hit.
Yeah, Far From Home was amazing.
Yeah. It was the first Sony movie ever to hit over $1 billion, and obviously was the most successful Spider-Man movie. So now I guess Sony is like, well, we can do this on our own, blah, blah, blah. And Disney, so there's some kind of impasse. What is it? Impasse? I-M-P-A?
Impasse. Yeah,
Impasse.
I think it's impasse.
There's some kind of, problem between the two. And it's like, I guess Disney wanted a cut of the box office, which I think is fair since they're the ones making essentially these movies good.
Right, yeah.
And, you had your two most successful Spider-Man movies under Marvel Studios with Disney, like, give them 20% or whatever. I guess Sony wouldn't budge and was like, no, we're not giving you anything else. So now you have Far From Home, which ends like literally dependent upon the MCU.
Yeah.
Sony will no longer be able to use anything from the MCU. So no more Stark stuff. Like it literally is not going to make sense with the Sony Spider-Man anymore.
Right.
Disney will still be okay without Spider-Man, but they're going to have to explain like
why he's not there all of a sudden.
Right. So it's really just crappy for the fans.
Yeah.
We finally had a good Spider-Man movie, like two of them, amazing movies, an amazing Spider-Man. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
I do too.
It's just, you're going to mess all this up now?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what's going to happen? They just did D23, which is the Disney Expo in California where they, reveal all kinds of cool stuff, which we're going to talk about in a moment. But Tom Holland, who was supposed to be my interview for next week.
I'd be fangirling so hard.
Me too. I would have been fangirling. It's friggin' Tom Holland. But all of this broke out the week that it my interview.
Oh, no.
So I emailed and I was like, hey, are we still good for the interview? And he's like, yeah, there's not going to be any interviews this week. And I'm like, kind of figured that, but I was hoping that.
Yeah.
Because what is he going to talk about? He can't talk about, oh, well, in the next movie, like, blah, 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 blah. Or it would have been so awkward for him. So I understand, but I'm just like, that would have been
and it's probably some kind of like, not like a media blackout, but it's probably something along those lines where like until they get things hashed out. Yeah. They're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah. So that's unfortunate. But,
it is.
But you know what? I have faith that it'll work out. It's got to.
I mean, I really hope so. I know with Sony, they really did not do so great at the beginning, but these last two were so good that you kind of have to have that like think positive thoughts and like you just gotta hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's what maybe they learned a ton from Disney in the last two movies that they'll use some of that for future movies. I don't know, it's just going to be weird. Like,
but it's definitely going to be weird, especially with like Stark Industries not having any kind of like. I don't think I've ever cried harder in a movie.
Oh yeah.
then at the end of Infinity War,
Yeah.
so Mr. Stark.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna pick up the pieces from this, and how do you go from his suit was made by Stark, all of his tech is made by Stark, and then it's just like, oh, it's not there anymore, and we can't like mention his name.
That's crazy.
So it's gonna be like, oh, that other guy that had given me all that stuff, he took all that stuff away. Like, it's just, how do you? It's,
yeah.
We'll see what happens. But anyway, all right, Disney Plus. I take all my money now.
Right? And it's like I am a nut for Disney. Have been since I was a tiny little girl. I've been to Disney World like 10 times. It's just, everything Disney, like, count me in. Yeah, and so when they first announced Disney Plus, I was like, oh. At first I was really irritated because I was like, oh, great. So now I can't watch any of these awesome Disney movies on Netflix with my daughter. And, like, she and I love to do that on the weekends. Like,
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, well, we'll see how much it is. And then it was,
$6.99.
yeah, it was announced, earlier this year, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
And it's going to be coming out in November.
Yeah.
And I'm so stoked. Like, $6.99 is not bad at all.
No,
and you're getting the entire Disney catalog.
Yeah, and Marvel.
Including
Pixar, Star Wars, Indiana Jones.
Yeah. All of the
Simpsons,
cartoons.
Yep.
Like,
Vault stuff. Like,
yes.
It is insane. And you can make 7 accounts and you can watch 6 streams at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Which
you
is
and your husband and your daughter all wanted to watch something different on Disney Plus, you could all do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
That's already better than, like, with Netflix. I think you can have, I don't know how many accounts you can have, but I know that you can stream up to, like, 4 or 5 different devices.
Right.
But that's, like, I think that's like $15.99 a month.
Yeah, it's $16 a month.
Yeah, so I'm really, really stoked for Disney Plus.
Yeah, me too. And they announced, Marvel announced a She-Hulk show.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, so
I was just all about the Star Wars stuff. So.
And it's from Marvel Studios.
Ooh.
So it's Marvel. It's Kevin Feige who makes the movies, all the Marvel movies. He will be producing the Marvel shows too. So there's Falcon and Winter Soldier show.
That's going to be great.
All the original cast.
Oh, that's going to be so great.
Yeah, WandaVision, which is Wanda and Vision.
I love their story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome too.
Yeah, and then there's the Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki is getting his own show.
Okay.
What If is an animated one, all the other ones are live action, but What If is there was a comic book where it was like, what if Steve Rogers never got the super serum and somebody else did? Mm-hmm. So it would like follow that somebody else or whatever.
Oh, cool.
So this is like what if.
So like alternate timelines.
Exactly.
And stuff. Okay.
So it's 23 episodes, so it's going to be one for each Marvel movie so far.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be a what if
of
each one.
It's going to be like a standalone
Yes.
thing each episode.
Yep.
I love shows like that.
Yeah. Hawkeye gets his own show.
Oh my gosh, my husband's going to be so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Hawkeye is his favorite Avenger of all time.
Yeah, Hawkeye's awesome. And then, then Miss Marvel, who's the first major Muslim comic book hero, she is getting her own show.
Oh, wow.
Which is awesome. And then Moon Knight, who I'm not really familiar with Moon Knight.
Yeah, I've not heard of that one.
And then She-Hulk. And they're all big budget, just like the movies. Like, they're going hog wild with these. And all the shows tie in with the movies.
That's so great.
Yeah, so it's like, just like the MCU itself, they all tie in together. These will all tie in together. So like WandaVision, actually, they said the show will end where Doctor Strange 2 begins. So that's like really cool. Yeah. So I am so stoked for that. And then The Mandalorian, did you see that?
Oh my gosh.
Cannot wait.
So let me tell you, when I think I was like just scrolling through Reddit and I saw like the Mandalorian trailer and I was like, this is a new Disney movie. Like, I was thinking it was going to be one of the every other year where they do like they did like Rogue One and Solo. That's what I thought originally. At the end of the trailer, I see Disney Plus new series and I'm like, what the oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, it looks so amazing. Like, you can really tell that it's they are doing like the big budget, like you were saying with like the Marvel series and stuff. Like they're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill it.
Yeah, it's so awesome, like what they're doing. You know, they're sparing no expense. You're getting a movie experience at home or on your phone or wherever you are.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for Disney Plus. Shout out to Disney. We love you, Disney. Oh, and they announced
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, they announced an Obi-Wan movie. That is
with Ewan McGregor.
Or series.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Ewan McGregor to come back as Obi.
It's going to be so awesome. There's so much to look forward to. Like I said, just take my money now. Like literally, if I could just prepay for like 10 years right now, I would do it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, and at D23, for the D23 members, they allowed people to sign up. It was like $3 a month for 3 years. They had to pay all at once, but say it was, $300 or whatever for 3 years.
Right.
Or, well, it had to be less than that. I'm bad at math.
Yeah, so 3 times 12 is 30. No, not 33. It's 36.
All right, so 4, 8, 12. So $120 for 3 years. That's insane.
Yeah.
I would have been like, can I do 9 years?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Just take my money, Disney. But anyway, all right. Well, that was an exciting Hot Clips. There you go. I'm so excited. Now let's get to our feature presentation. Our feature presentation, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the movie and the books.
Oh my gosh.
So awesome. And we have an interview coming up with Natalie Gunzman, who was Ruth in Scary Stories. She's so awesome. I can't wait to talk to her. But anyway, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Let's start with the movie. You saw the movie.
Yeah.
So awesome.
So good.
I love Guillermo del Toro. I love everything
absolutely.
he's ever done.
Yeah, me too.
And when I heard that he was producing this, I was like, OMG. That's a day one for me.
Yeah.
And then it was a day one for me, and I loved it.
I did too. Like, when I first heard that it was being adapted into a film, Del Toro was not attached to it yet.
Right.
And I was like, oh, God, they're going to, like, I grew up reading these books, pretty much peeing my pants because it would scare me so much. And I was just really afraid that it was going to kind of, like, scale it back, kind of how I love you, R.L. Stein, but
yeah,
Goosebumps.
Yeah,
the film was more made for kids nowadays instead of the kids who grew up with it and now are adults and can deal with the like extra scares, you know? So yeah, and then when Del Toro came on and then I saw the first teaser trailer, I was like, yes. Yeah,
it was everything that I hoped it would be. It reminds me of like the type of movie that for me is like a Hocus Pocus, where it's like something I'll revisit like probably every year.
Yeah.
Like Halloween time. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I just love it. What did you think about how they decided to like build a story around it instead of doing a straight anthology?
I'm still actually kind of not sure on that one, actually, because I thought it was going to be an anthology. I know that doesn't always translate to the big screen very well.
Right.
But it has a really big cult following.
Yeah.
If I think of films like the VHS series.
Oh yeah.
Or like the ABCs of Death.
Yeah.
Like those work really well for like that like the cult following. Like those of us who have Shudder and just love that kind of stuff.
Which I got, by the way, Shudder. Shout out to Shudder. I got Shudder because of Amber herself.
Whoop whoop. It's amazing. So I was thinking that that's what I was going to be getting. And then as I saw like more trailers come out, more information, I was like, oh, okay, so we'll see how this goes. But I think they did it really well.
Yeah.
It didn't really feel like, how in the world are they going to make all of these separate start, middle, end stories that just start and end in like 2 pages?
Yeah.
How are they going to make this work in one storyline?
Yeah.
But it ended up working kind of perfect.
Yeah, it really did. And I was the same way. I was like worried about it, and I was like, how are they going to do that? And then the story that they build around it is like kind of fitting with the original books. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And did you see this? So Inside Editions, I love Inside Editions. They are so awesome. They make some of the best fanboy or girl, fandom, I'll say, fandom books, and they're like collector's items. So they sent me this Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, the Haunted Notebook of Sarah Bellows.
Oh my gosh.
And it's so cool. It looks like her notebook in the the book or in the movies, and then it's got like production photos and like her actual so awesome.
Really awesome,
like sketches. It looks like here's her file from Penhurst Hospital.
That is so cool.
Which shout out to Penhurst when I was like, Penhurst, like that was a real hospital.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is an awesome book, and I actually did a review of it. It's up on the Tom website, 929tomfm.com, and do keyword Kyle, and you can see photos from it and all. I just thought it was such a really cool like collector's item book.
That really is.
And but anyway, it just got me thinking, and then it was sitting on the desk, so I was like, oh wait. So Sarah Bellows, was kind of the glue, if you will, that pieces all of this stuff together.
Right.
And it's like really, I don't know, I just really enjoyed the way that they did it because it could have gone really badly.
It could, yeah. And I was going into it kind of with high expectations. Well, I guess like high hopes, but low expectations. Yeah. And it ended up really surprising me. I really didn't think that I was going to like it as much as I did.
Yeah.
And I really did. All of the relatively fresh actors and actresses.
Yeah.
Behind some of them, there's maybe one or two like series where they've done one episode on.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because the kid who plays Chuck, I wish I could remember his name. I'm sure you can get that for me. I was like, I know this kid's face. And the whole time I'm watching the movie, I was watching it with my girlfriend Jess. I was like, where have I seen his face before? I'm going to have to look this up. And for the next 3 days, her and I tried to figure it out. And then we realized he was on this very popular Progressive auto insurance commercial. And that's where we had recognized his face from.
Who did he play in it?
He played Chuck.
Oh, Austin Zager.
Yes.
Zajour. Zajur.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Austin. Yeah, how would you even like find that out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why it took us so long to figure out.
Right.
We were just like, okay, where do we know him from? Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the cast was so good.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't have picked better actors for that cast.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ruth, we're going to be talking to Natalie in a few, but from what I had read was obviously supposed to not survive, but Guillermo del Toro loved her so much that he wrote her into the story to
He decided
survive.
to like write her death out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that because I thought she was a great, she was awesome in the show.
Oh yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah. Ruth was definitely, I think one of my favorite characters in the entire film.
So in the books, like as a kid, because there's, anybody I think under the age of 40 has like grown up with these books.
Yeah.
I'd say like 20 to 40.
Probably, yeah.
Like they used to scare the bejesus out of me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it wasn't even the story itself, but the drawings.
Yes.
Holy crap. The way those drawings were brought to life in the film.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the big lady, I forget.
The Dream.
The Dream.
Oh my God.
That was
the most terrifying part.
Like sequence or whatever?
Yes, that was the most, although Harold was up there too.
That was pretty, yeah.
Actually, and the big toe, because the corpse from that story is
that's true.
Pretty much, I mean, just
the entire thing.
Yeah, like, and I think it's because he honored those drawings, those original drawings, because they did a re-release or something in the early 2010, 2011, something along that line, where it was the 30th anniversary of the books.
Ooh.
And when the re-release, they had all new illustrations.
What?
You never heard of? Oh my gosh. And they are the most non-scary drawings ever. And then finally, I think they got so much flack on it that that they ended up taking them back out of production, and now it's back with the original illustrator.
Thank God. You can't have a different. I mean, that's part of what made those books
right
so creepy was the drawings. And like you said, I mean, the movie literally brought those drawings to life.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, the woman from The Dream, that was just
Terrifying. And it looked exactly how I imagined her in my head, which is exactly, from the illustration.
Right. So it's insane.
So from the books, what do you like? Give me give me something from your childhood with the Scary Stories books. Like, is there anything that sticks out?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The very first story that I remember ever hearing from that book. So growing up, I lived with my grandparents, and they have a daughter who's 3 years older than me. So we kind of grew up like sisters.
Yeah.
And of course, she tormented me like older sisters do. And one night, I think she was babysitting me, and she read me, is it called The Green Ribbon?
Yes.
She read that to me. I think I may have been 7 or 8 years old. And the next day, this was also the early 90s, so chokers were a thing, especially those like stretchy ones.
Yeah.
And she had this neon green, like stretchy elastic choker that she wore the next day. And I was like, oh my God, your head's gonna fall off. Like, I remember it like just scaring. Oh, it was, I don't think I slept for probably a week.
Yeah.
Like, I vividly remember the first time hearing that story.
That's so awesome. And it's like similar to mine. So I was first exposed to it at a school like book fair thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Remember
like a
when
Scholastic?
Yes, yeah. And so I remember seeing like the books and seeing the covers.
Yeah.
And being like, why
is that
yeah.
here for a kid's book?
Yeah. And I'm like, I mean, it's here, but like it also like feels dirty or something.
Yeah,
you know
it feels
what I mean?
very adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember using my $5 or whatever I was given to like buy one of the books. I started reading it and I was like, oh no, like this must be this is not for kids. Like there's something wrong. This like must have been a box that they brought on accident or something. You know what I mean?
This should have been taken to the middle school.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was terrifying.
Yeah.
And that, I think, was part of the beginning of my love of horror.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Me too. That and then the TV miniseries of It when in the early 90s.
That was terrifying.
I watched that when I was like 9.
That was terrifying. All right. Well, you're going to stick around for my interview with Kid Quill and Natalie Gunzman?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right, cool. Let's start with Natalie. I am so excited to talk to Natalie Ganzhorn, star of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Welcome. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you so much for speaking with me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. So first of all, I love this movie, and you were incredible in it. Such a great movie, such a great role.
Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, it was a dream come true. I still pinch myself every day thinking about the fact that I got to be a part of it. Yeah, it was a super exciting experience.
And we're going to dive into that, but just moving back a little bit. So you started really with the Stanley dynamic, is that correct?
Yeah, that was one of the first projects I ever booked. I grew up in Toronto, so I started acting on some projects that filmed there when I was much younger, around like 12, 13 years old.
Okay. And then you kind of made like a big splash with the show Make It Pop.
Yes, exactly. That was a Nickelodeon show that I did 2 seasons of back in, I believe, 2015 or 2016.
Okay, awesome. And then is Scary Stories your first film role, or your first like big film role?
I did a few independent films in Toronto. I did a horror movie for Sci-Fi Network.
Oh, awesome.
And a movie that was at TIFF a few years ago. Yeah, but it was kind of interesting. I ended up taking 3.5 years off of acting to go to university, and then the audition for Scary Stories came around, and my manager sent me the breakdown, and I'm a huge fan of Guiellmo, so I couldn't resist going in, and then I got really lucky, and I booked it, and that's what ended up getting me back into acting.
That's so awesome, and I am a huge fan of Guillermo's as well, and especially for a property like this is like one of my favorite books growing up, and also one that terrified me, the 3 books. And so it was like,
totally.
So when I heard he was executive producing it and putting this together, I was like, there couldn't be a better marriage of, him and a project than this. I loved it.
Totally. Yeah. It's really exciting and also nerve-wracking to do a movie based on books like these because they were so popular. And, you want to do justice to the horror of the original illustrations, and you want to make the fan base proud. So it was exciting because there was a built-in fan base going into this project, but nerve-wracking as well because you hope that it's received well.
Yeah, and did this kind of end your self-imposed hiatus early, or, were you kind of looking and this came up?
It did end it early. I had kind of decided not to really audition while I was at school, just so that, I was able to focus on school. I was there. But of course, this was such an exciting project, and the fact that it was filming in Toronto, and my manager was a huge fan of the books. He just suggested I go in for it. And I always knew that acting was what I wanted to do long term. So the opportunity was right. And after I did Scary Stories, I moved out to LA, which is where I'm living now.
I love it. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it was really a dream come true. It was crazy. It was such a whirlwind experience.
Well, you deserve it. You're so awesome. You're such a great, you're, I love your acting in this role. It is,
thank you.
It's so great. Like, and you made me angry, but also made me feel for you. And like, I just loved it. What was it like,
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, of course. What was it like working on a film like this?
It was the craziest, coolest experience of my life. It was awesome. Part of what made it so fun was the chemistry that all of the cast members had with each other. We all became best friends from day one. I remember sitting down at the table read, and we all went out for burgers in Toronto afterwards and got along famously. So our chemistry was great, and the script was so awesome, and everyone was so passionate about the project that, it was such a dream come true film, and really challenging as an actor as well. I had never really had the opportunity to, do scenes like the ones that I was doing, and so it was challenging and fun and exciting, and yeah, honestly, the best way I can describe it is a dream come true.
So I heard that, originally your character was not supposed to be in it as much as you ended up being. And Guiellmo himself actually changed that because of how much you brought to the role. Is that true?
Well, I was very lucky to end up getting, a little bit more character development than originally planned. The ending of the movie that, everyone has seen, which is actually, I don't know, am I allowed to give away spoilers?
Yes. Yeah, we'll give a spoiler warning. Well, we'll just say it right now. Spoiler warning. Fast forward 10 seconds if you haven't seen it yet.
Yes, big spoiler warning. I wasn't supposed to live in the original script.
Right.
And as you see in the last shot of the movie, I ended up living. So that was really, really exciting for me. And yeah, when we went back and shot that, I couldn't believe it. I was really excited. And, it opens the door to a lot of fun possibilities, which is awesome.
Absolutely. Which actually leads me to my next question is, what possibilities might there be in the future for this franchise? Because this could literally go on forever.
Yeah. What I will say is that there are so many incredible stories that have yet to be told. I feel like there's an infinite amount of possibilities, with what the writers could do with this and what Guillermo and Andre and everyone, would be able to do with a potential next chapter of the story. And I guess at this point, we can just cross our fingers and hope that we get to see more of these characters. I would love to continue to play this character. So my fingers are crossed as well. Hopefully we'll be seeing more Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
I hope so. I hope so too. And so the thing that I kind of love about this is it's, well, first of all, it really brought to life the visions that I had in my head from the illustrations. It did a very, very good job of, when you grow up with something, there's always that fear that, oh my God, that's nothing like what I imagined in my head. And Scary Stories was exactly what I imagined in my head. So I love that about it. And then the other thing that I love about it is it's really like a bridge for young adults or children or whatever into horror. If, it's great for adults. I'm an adult. I loved it. But it's also great for kids that are looking for a way to tip their toe into horror without like gore and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Totally, yeah. One of the ways that Guillermo described the project from day one was kind of a gateway horror movie for kids looking to explore the genre, which I think you totally hit the nail on the head. And with regards to, really bringing the illustrations to life and staying true to the illustrations from the books, I'm so happy to hear that you felt that way. I think that's part of the magic that Guillermo brings to a project. He works a lot with practical special effects. So a lot of the monsters that you saw were, actors in head-to-toe, full-body prosthetics. And
wow,
the hours and, the months of preparation that went into perfecting those characters and, really making it feel like the illustrations were coming to life was so important to Guillermo. And, I'm so glad to hear you say that because I feel like it really did shine through in the movies. And it's exciting to hear that feedback from fans of the books because you just hope you can do justice to the books and to the fans.
Absolutely. And, it's so easy to, especially when you have a beloved, book like this, it's so easy to not make it what the fans envisioned. I mean, we all have kind of a different story, a different vision in our head of what it should be. And this was it, for me. So it was such a out of the ballpark, hit for me in that regard. So
yeah, and I think it's cool too because of there's also, some really interesting messages in the movie as well regarding the stories that we tell about people and, accepting people's differences and the power of friendship and truth and the power that comes with storytelling. So there were a lot of layers to the movie, which I loved as well. And I think especially when, you're targeting this movie at a younger audience, it's important that those messages are present.
Yeah. And it was, it's kind of woke, you know what I mean? Especially in regards to being bullied and all that stuff. I mean, it was kind of like a woke horror movie introduction for kids or whatever.
Totally.
That that adults just happen to love too.
Exactly. And that's what's so fun about it. I feel like, everyone of every age can appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what can we expect from you next?
I'm not sure how much I can say on this question. I'm really excited about a pilot I did for Pop TV called Best Intentions. We just got picked up for an 8-episode series order, which is really exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a total change of pace for me. It's a 30-minute sitcom comedy, so very different than Scary Stories, but a really fun challenge going from the world of horror and monsters and scary stories to this really fun family comedy that has a lot of heart. So, yeah, that's what's up next for me. And there's a few other really exciting things in the works right now, but that's the most immediate thing that you'll see from me.
Cool. And
in the near future.
When can we expect Best Intentions?
I am not 100% sure about the release date of that, but I can tell you that I'll be filming that very soon.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me. And please, when the show comes on, come back on. We'll talk all about that as well.
Thank you so much. I would love that. Thank you so much for taking the time. This was so much fun.
Thank you, Natalie. Natalie Gunzman. Don't you think she's so awesome?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She's just so down to earth. And I love how excited she is to be a part of the Scary Stories franchise.
Yeah. And I love that she was kept.
Yeah.
And the way that they leave that open ending.
Yeah.
And I feel she's going to be a major part in the next installment.
Yeah. And you heard I was trying to get that. Give me a confirmation, Natalie, on that next chapter. She was tight-lipped, but I think we kind of got the hint that it's gonna happen. I mean, you can't leave the last story like that and then not have a sequel.
And not only that, there was 3 volumes.
3 books, yeah.
There were 3 volumes, so I'm expecting 2 more movies.
Yeah, at least. If not, bring it to like Netflix or something and finish and do all of them.
Yeah,
that would be with the same cast though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If it's not the same cast, then I don't want it.
Exactly. Yeah, same cast or bust. All right. So next, I'm going to talk to Kid Quill. Kid Quill is such an amazing artist, hip hop artist. Like, kind of does pop. He's he produces, writes, and I met him at Firefly. He performed, and I interviewed him there. And he's got 2 new songs out there, so awesome. And he's got an album coming out in a couple of weeks, but he decided to release 2 singles in one day of the first album. And just because it shows 2 different sides of what he does. And these songs are awesome. Chat with the Sky and Last Night I Had a Dream really, really, Last Night I Had a Dream is just like made me cry. Chat with the Sky is like a fun, upbeat type of bop, like summer bop, fall bop. Last Night I Had a Dream is just like chill and so heartfelt. And anyway, I love talking to him. And his album Sunset Diner comes out in a couple of weeks, and so I wanted him to come on and talk about his 2 singles first. So let's see what he has to say. All right, so I am here with Kid Quill. I am so excited to talk to you, man. What's up?
Man, I'm very excited too, man. I'm in Columbus, Ohio right now.
Nice. Today, you had 2 songs drop.
Yeah, not 1, but 2. You know what I'm saying?
That is awesome. We got Chat with the Sky and Last Night I Had a Dream. Tell me about, why did you choose to release 2 songs for this upcoming record?
Sure. So, we were always going to go with Chat. And then Last Night I Had a Dream is a very, very personal song to me. It was kind of like the first time I was able to break down these like creative barriers I have like within me. Like, it was like, you know what, I'm just going to completely try to break down all these barriers, all these things I'm scared to talk about. And when I did that, I kind of had this moment in the song where I completely break down at the end, and I just kind of kept the track going while I was crying. I felt in my gut that people needed to hear that one, especially with everything going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love how vulnerable you are and how vulnerable you allow yourself to be in Last Night I Had a Dream. Like, it's an extremely powerful song.
Thank you, man. It's not an easy place to get to, like as an artist, knowing that thousands of people are going to hear like me cry.
Right.
It's not like the most easiest thing to stomach, but I was able to kind of break down those barriers, and I actually feel like extremely free from it. It's like a very liberating feeling.
That's incredible. And that's, there's this book called The Power of Vulnerability, and it actually talks about that, about how scary it is for us to be vulnerable, but how necessary it is, how it frees us. And I think you really showed that with Last Night I Had a Dream.
Yep, and I didn't know that until I actually went through it and felt it. When I was doing it, I was like, man, I'll step in there out of my comfort zone. But, looking back on it now, I'm like, that was so liberating.
And what does the song mean to you? Why was it important for you as an artist to create that song?
Sure. So the way the song kind of came about was we had this idea where I was going to have my high school marching band come in and we were going to do a song together. And we were kind of lacking inspiration at one point. It was cold out. We had been working on the album for a long time, and we were like, man, we need to get away. So we went to Chicago, and we came up with that main keys line, the bum bum bum, the bum bum bum, ba da ba dum. And I kind of wrote the song, and then I went to LA a little bit to work on some vocal arrangement stuff and have some meetings out there, and it was just kind of like weighing on me really heavy about how I've put a lot of time and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this, and I was starting to feel like, is it worth it? And then when I was in the studio, I had an epiphany, and I was like, I should at the very end tie it all together and talk about Last Night I Had a Dream I Met My Son.
I love that.
And it was just completely on the spot. It was like an addition to the song, and it was almost like my brain shut off and my soul just completely came in and was like, this is how you should end the song. And it was like the first time I was really able to feel that feeling. And that's kind of how I started to navigate through the rest of the album. I was like, if I can't feel like I did in this song, then I'm doing something wrong.
I love that. And then Chat with the Sky is a little bit more upbeat. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so that one was just kind of a fun one. I was in the studio one time, and the guy was like, "Hey, I had these kids sing this sample. You should check it out." And I listened to it, and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna speed this up. I'm gonna add just some like 80s synth production behind it." And that one just kind of came together. That was probably one of the easiest ones on the record. It just kind of formed.
Wow.
And then we were in the studio, and that whole last part with the rocket sequence.
Yeah.
I was like, the lyrics are saying I'm the one that's burning bright, and I was like, I should hint at this whole rocket sequence, saying that I'm the rocket, I'm the comet kind of leading the way.
That's awesome. And what made you, because Chat with the Sky is such a poppy, catchy, upbeat style song. Was when you were done, were you like, yeah, this is a single?
What's funny is actually the night we mixed it. So like we would run our mixing sessions very late, because part of the creative process I wanted to do was I wanted this album to kind of feel like nighttime. You're at a diner, like really late night.
Right.
So we would work between 8 to 2 a.m. to try to capture that feeling.
Wow.
And when we finished that record, me and my friend Connor, who played the horns and helps me kind of produce stuff, we literally played it back like 10 times. And we were like, yeah, this one is it, man.
It is. It's such a great lead single, and it's such a compliment to Last Night I Had a Dream. It just shows two very different sides of you as an artist, and I love that you're doing that.
Sure. Thank you, man.
No problem.
That means a lot.
Sunset Diner, when's it dropping?
September 6th.
September 6th, and you're going to come back and talk to us all about it, right?
I can't wait, man.
Awesome, brother. It's going to
really
be,
can't wait.
Yeah, me either. We're going to have a great time. The album is incredible. I got a little bit of a taste of it, and I can't wait till the world gets to hear this record.
Yeah, I'm to the point now where it's like I'm ready to just get it out.
Yep.
It's like I've talked about it enough, and I think today was finally the first time people were like, "Oh, I understand the magnitude of this album."
Yeah. You know
what I mean?
It's definitely a whole new level for you as a creator. I can't wait until it's unleashed upon the world and people are going to love this record.
Thank you, man.
All right, brother.
I got a huge smile on my face right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So.
Kid Quill, Sunset Diner, coming out September 6th. Chat with the Sky and Last Night I Had a Dream out right now on the iHeart Radio app or wherever you get your music. Thank you, Kid Quill.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, brother. We appreciate you. Kid Quill. I love that guy.
He's so awesome.
He really is.
I'm actually really jealous that you got to see him at Firefly because I did not.
Yeah, he's such a vibrant performer and he really just he's very heartfelt in everything that he does. So even like he was saying, that's really him crying on Last Night I Had a Dream. Like that takes balls. You know what I mean?
And you don't normally see men do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And
especially in hip hop.
And I love that there's it's kind of like this new push to where it's like men telling other men that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show your more sensitive side.
Absolutely. Yeah, as I wear my Real Men Rock Pink shirt.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That is awesome.
But yeah, he's so awesome. I love how vulnerable, he made himself. It's scary. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And for him to just be like, you know what? I'm going to do it. This is my art. If I'm not doing it, why am I doing art? So I love him. I can't wait till Sunset Diner comes out. It's going to be awesome.
Do you know, does he have any tour dates coming up?
He is going to be doing a tour with Sunset, once Sunset Diner comes out. So I cannot wait until he comes to Philly.
Right, yeah. I'll have to check out whenever he does release tour dates, I'll have to check to find one nearby. So
yeah,
I can go see
absolutely.
him. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Amber. Thank you. So what did you think of your first time on Pop Culture Weekly?
I loved it.
Awesome.
I was kind of nervous because I was
really?
I love podcasts so much. I listen to I literally sit at my desk and listen to podcasts my entire 9 hours that I'm here.
Right.
So I was really nervous, but this is actually kind of really cool.
Awesome.
It's just like sitting and talking with your friends about
exactly
about stuff that you like, that you both like.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why when I started with iHeart, I had obviously have my other podcast, Kyle to You, which is like personal development for millennials. And I wanted to do something fun, for iHeart.
Yeah.
And something that would not get old for me.
Yeah.
And that I could talk about endlessly and never run out of stuff to talk about. And it's always fresh.
Yeah, pop culture. You have something new to talk about almost every single day.
Exactly. And sometimes too much to talk about every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it, and I'm glad that I'm doing it. And I'm glad that people are reacting to it. It keeps hitting the top, or not the top, but it keeps hitting the Apple podcast Apple Podcast charts. It keeps hitting the Apple Podcast charts. The top 100 for movies, which is like insane.
That's amazing.
It's insane. So iHeart's really happy about that. I'm really happy about that.
Hey, so that means y'all who are listening on Apple Podcasts, you need to go on there and you need to rate
Exactly.
and leave a comment.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and they're sharing it. I mean, it's really, really awesome how people are responding. And of course, we wouldn't be able to do this without iHeartRadio. You can get Pop Culture Weekly on the iHeartRadio app for free. Oh, I'm really excited about this. So iHeart started to let us do this new feature on the iHeartRadio app where I have created a playlist of my favorite songs.
Okay.
And I update it every Monday. And people can listen for free on the iHeartRadio app.
Really?
Yeah.
We can listen to your curated playlist.
Yeah.
That is really awesome.
Yeah, so mine is called Your Favorite Playlist. and you just go on the iHeartRadio app, which is free. You search Kyle McMahon, and then you'll see my Kyle McMahon's Your Favorite Playlist. And you can follow it, and every Monday you'll get all the new songs that I've curated and all that. I love it. I'm really excited about it.
That is so cool. I'm gonna have to go on and make my own playlist.
Yeah, you'll have to check it out because it is. Oops, I just forgot what I was gonna say. No, okay, I guess it's a lot of pressure. So I felt a lot of pressure, like it was a big responsibility. Like, okay, I have to find 50 songs.
Okay, so yeah, it does. It definitely could feel kind of overwhelming. Like,
yeah,
I've got to make sure that I do this right.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm at 51 now, so which one of you is going to die?
Oh,
you know
no.
what I mean? So, and it's not limited to 50 songs.
You just
but
push that one to the next Monday. That's
exactly,
all. There you go.
Exactly. And it's not really it's not limited to songs, but I didn't want to have like a 500 song playlist for people.
Right.
I wanted it to be something every week you can just, get on and listen for a few hours and put it on shuffle or whatever. But anyway,
yeah.
I put a lot of, probably way more time than I'm supposed to be putting into making a playlist. I put into making a playlist because I want it to be awesome.
And it should be awesome.
It should be awesome.
Because you're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you are awesome. And I thank you so much for coming and sitting on Pop Culture Weekly. You got to come back.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And for all of you, again, thank you for making us grow every single week. You make us grow and stuff. I had more of an inspirational speech, but it just went out of my head. So in any event, we will see you next week on Pop Culture Weekly.
You're listening to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon, presented by 92.9 Tom FM, an iHeart radio station.
Ta-da!